The Capra goats live in some of the most difficult and dangerous mountain habitats on the face of the earth. To complete a Capra World Slam of 12 from the above-mentioned list is one of the most difficult, physically challenging accomplishments in the mountain hunting world. Tonight, we want to honor several individuals who have reached this milestone. It was an American mountain goat from Alaska taken in 2004 that kicked off the Capra World Slam journey for Gary Adams of Michigan. Gary did a multi-species hunt in Spain, where he took all 4 ibex found there, including the Gritos. The Bezoar ibex is next for Gary, and he took it on a hunt in Turkey back in 2019. Gary traveled to Macedonia in 2020 to get a Balkan chamois, and he achieved his Capra World Slam in November 2021 with a Kri-Kri ibex from Greece. It was a Kuban Western Turf from Russia taken in 2015 that earned Colorado's Rod Brandenburg the Capra World Slam. Backing up Rod's first international Capra species, a New Zealand tar came back in 2004. He hunted a mid-Asian ibex in Tajikistan back in 2011, and in 2013, Rod traveled back to New Zealand, only this time for chamois. Rod had all 4 ibex found in Spain and will finish up his presentation with the great Ronda ibex he took in 2014. It was on a multi-species hunt in Spain back in October 2021 that Kevin Klumper of Washington achieved his Capra World Slam. There he took both a southeastern and Gritos ibex. The previous year, Kevin was busy in the world's mountains chasing the various Capra and Obus species. In October, he took an Anatolian chamois in Turkey, then traveled to Tajikistan 2 months later and connected on a great Bukaran Makur. Rounding out Kevin's presentation, you see his mid-Asian ibex from Kyrgyzstan taken in November 2021. We're pleased to recognize Paul Perret of Florida for achieving his Capra World Slam. Paul started his Capra quest in New Zealand back in 2005, where he took both a chamois and tar. The following year, Paul added an American mountain goat from Alaska to his Capra list. Paul has all the ibex found in Spain, and he used his archery equipment to take the Bizidi ibex in 2018. Paul traveled to Mongolia to get both the Altai and Gobi ibex, and will finish up with his Bukaran Markhor from Tajikistan taken in November 2020. That completes this group. There are those who continue to hunt the difficult Capra goats even after their original 12. For the tough of mind and body who do this, there are the milestones of the Capra World Slam Super 20 and Super 30. We'll honor some of those people here tonight. We'd now like to recognize Julian Lopez Aguado of Spain for achieving his Capra Super 20. Naturally, one of Julian's earliest trophies was from his home country of Spain, a Bizidi ibex. Julian has both the Dagestan Eastern and Kuban Western Turf in the Caucasus Mountains. Julian took an Altai ibex in Mongolia in 2011, and in 2012, he connected on a Persian desert ibex on a hunt in Iran. Julian reached number 20 on the Capra list in 2016 with a low Tatra chamois from Slovakia. It was on a multi-species hunt in Europe that Armin Avedisian of California reached number 20 on the Capra list with the Carpathian chamois. Speaking of chamois, Armin has the Caucasian chamois as well as all 3 tur found in the Caucasus Mountains. You see his mid-Caucasian tur here. In 2009, Armin traveled to Mongolia and took both the Gobi and Altai ibex found there. We'll finish up by showing Armin's most recent Capra species of a Mallorcan wild goat from Spain. We now call James Haskelp of New Jersey to the stage to receive his Capra Super 20. Number 20 on his list was the Kri-Kri ibex from Greece that he took in October 2021. Backing up to 2014, you see James with his Pyrenean chamois from Spain and his Sind ibex from Pakistan taken in 2017. James hunted ibex in Mongolia in 2019, where he took both the Altai and Gobi. And we just had to show James with his highly desirable Aster Markhor from Pakistan that he took in 2019. We're pleased to recognize Alexei Kim of Russia for achieving the Capra Super 20. Number 20 for Alexei was his Kri-Kri hybrid ibex from Greece taken in 2018. That same year, Alexei hunted the highly desirable Persian desert ibex in Iran. Alexei's quickly closing in on the Capra Super 30. He took a southeastern ibex in Spain in 2018, a Sind ibex from Pakistan in 2019, and his most recent Capra entry An Anatolian chamois from Turkey also came in 2019. Our next Capra Super 20 holder to recognize is Jim Lyons of Texas, and he reached that milestone in 2019 with a Ronda Ibex from Spain. Jim traveled to France in 2016 to get his Vercors chamois, and in 2018 took a Sind Ibex on a hunt in Pakistan. Jim has both Ibex found in Mongolia, and we have his exceptional Altai Ibex shown here. Wrapping up, you see Jim with his highly desirable Kashmir Markhor that he took in Pakistan in January 2020. Jason Soulier of Michigan is our next Capra Super 20 holder to recognize. He's certainly been after the wild goats of the world lately. Jason has all 4 Ibex found in Spain, and we chose his Gritos Ibex to represent those. Jason traveled to Turkey in November 2018 to get his Anatolian chamois, as well as a great Bizor Ibex. Jason took a great Mallorcan wild goat in Spain recently in November 2021, and we'll finish up his presentation tonight by showing one of his most recent chamois, the Chartreuse from France, that helped him reach the Capra Super 20. That completes all of our Capra awards for this evening. Let's give them one more round of applause.